all started in the men's locker room.
You ready?
So today we had to go to the YMCA for a gym class. Me and my classmates have been working out for maybe about 20 minutes. Pretty darn light workout. So we all went back to the locker room. I was changing, came back to my locker, and my friend, I'm not gonna say his name, my friend was there and he had his shirt halfway off and he was struggling pretty hard. It's kind of puzzling and he was just like his neck was just moving back and forth. His whole body was swaying like he was on a freaking merry-go-round or something. I'm just kind of staring at him and he's just, woo! You know, I figured I'd let him be. I don't know what his routines are for changing clothes after he's worked out at the gym. So I got my bag. I was ready to leave, and then all of a sudden he turns around at the same time I turn around, and he's just staring at me again, just blankly, just like, oh. His head isn't on a swivel anymore. His body is just swaying back and forth now. I'm just staring at him. He stops the swivel for a bit, and he finally turns to me and says something. And this is what he says: "I don't feel so good." And then I'm like, okay, not sure if you're lying to me, if you're messing with me, and if you're being serious. I don't know. I didn't know how to respond to that because I wasn't sure if he was joking or not. And then at that point, I think he had finally gotten his shirt off and he sat down. I wasn't really buying into the whole I'm not feeling good thing. I have no clue why I was even skeptical at that point. I continued to watch him and what he was doing, and then he eventually, I kid you not, this is exactly what he did. He turned to me and did this. Hold my hand, and I'm looking at this kid like, okay, I know you're trolling me now because you did not just ask me to hold your hand. And sure enough, he wanted me to hold his hand. So being the friend that I am, I actually reached out my hand and grabbed his, and it was really awkward. At the time, I wasn't thinking about the circumstances of this holding of the hands. We were in a men's locker room and he was shirtless and I was holding another man's hand. Granted, it was for a good cause. I guess he needed to stay stable and not fall down. And at this point I was like, oh my god, this is pretty serious. I think there were people in the back of the locker room, but other than that there was nobody else there. So then eventually I have to pry my hand out of his. I hold him, I'm like, it's gonna be okay, stay here, don't move. Ran over to the sink, I grabbed a paper towel, wet it with water, and I gave him the thing. And at the same time the instructor came in, see what was taking so long. He was kind of concerned for him. I gave my friend the paper towel and he was patting himself down. I was like, did you have breakfast this morning? And he goes, no. His body's on a full swivel. It's like he's on a Ferris wheel or something. The instructor came in and that was my cue to leave. I don't know, I didn't really save him at all. I kind of just comforted him. And you know what? He was pretty grateful for it. Pretty sure if I had saved his life, he would have, I don't know, give me $1 or something. Moral of the story here, kids, is to always eat your breakfast before you work out. And also, it is not homosexual if you hold another man's hand at the local YMCA, in the locker room / showers, as long as you're trying to help him maintain his balance. Because this kid, my god, he was swiveling more than a freaking swiveler. But that's my story, guys. If you have any horrible, traumatic workout stories, please leave them in the comments below. I'm gonna read all the comments, so I'm gonna get out of here. I'll see you guys. Peace out, guys.